Hi, you're very welcome. This is Claire Boyce back with a weekly reading, this time for all earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo and Taurus. So of course we're in the middle of our first proper week of lockdown here in the Republic of Ireland, and mostly all over the world people are being locked in, told to go out once a day. And being earth signs, you normally keep busy. You're normally fairly grounded and you normally keep going no matter what. And remember, most of our lives we're being told that we have to keep busy, that we have to work hard, that we have to be the best, and that we're also told that if we do nothing then we're kind of lazy and our lives are worthless. So as that's being drummed into us, sitting at home now and being told not to do anything can drive us a little bit mad. So it's important now that we actually control our thoughts more so than ever. I'm going to start off with these cards here. I'm not doing the tarot during this time. Well, at the moment I'm not. I'm just sticking with the oracle. Archangel Gabriel. Oh no, Haniel, sorry. One of the nature angels. Recognize that you are going to be extra sensitive now. Honor your own emotions. Remember that, you are, if you're spiritual and empathic, then you're going to be extremely in tune to other people's emotions. You're going to find it hard to soak up all the negative energy. So I've said this before, but you need to turn off the news. You need to focus on things that are going to make you happy. And yes, we can't do a lot, but what we can do is control our minds and not react through through an emotional fear-based level. You are safe. Archangel Michael, call on him to protect you if you believe in angels, but actually just what I want you to do is focus on right now. There's no point looking at the past. There's no point thinking of things we should have done, we wish we had done, we wish we hadn't done. There's no point looking to the future. There's no point saying, oh God, what about my job? Or okay, what about this and what about that? Because the only time that matters right now, all across the board, is now. We've been brought up with the belief in linear time, which is past, present and future, but right now the only time that does matter is now. So if you control your thoughts and your thoughts control your emotions, then you have control of your future by controlling your mind. Turn off the news, people. Archangel Ariel, a lot of people are of the belief that everything is out of our hands right now. And it's not. Life hasn't stopped. It's just on hold for a lot of people where we have to keep safe. But more so than ever, you need to take back control of your own emotions right now. You need to look at the bigger picture. There's a lot of things I could talk about here. There's a lot of sad news that I find sad. There's a lot of about mandatory vaccinations and about people being microchipped and this, that and the other, all these things that are happening across the world. But what we can do is keep ourselves safe, keep ourselves grounded and look at the higher picture. A lot of us are focused on the news, on the death toll. I find it interesting how they keep on showing us the death toll of all these countries so that we focus on that. Because if you think of it, if you're told the death toll, that's going to enter your mind, then you're going to react through your feelings, and then your feelings are going to turn into an emotional fear-based level of fear. You're going to be focused on that 24/7. You're not going to look at the other stuff that's happening around the background, And there's an awful lot of things happening across the board in various parts of the world that we're not even looking at right now. So keep your head above water, but keep grounded. You can have a look at yourself and see what you think, but I believe that when everybody is in standstill and everybody is afraid, when people are afraid, it's one way to stop them talking, to stop them protesting, to stop them noticing other things that are going on around them. You will get through this, earth signs. Overcoming difficulties. See, the angel is flying over the mountain, so this means flying into the light. There is no room for light in our spiritual beings or our spiritual bodies if we're holding on to fear. So you need to clear the fear from past events. And for the first time ever, we cannot react through fear, through any fear-based emotions. We're all in this together, and we've got to keep strong. We've got to keep strong mentally to overcome this, and we will. This won't last forever. Focus on one thing at a time. If you find yourself sitting there and you're exhausted because you're overthinking, you're overanalyzing, you're depressed and you don't know why, I'll tell you why. Because you're soaking up this negative energy like a sponge. I mean, how many times a day do you actually watch the news? Look at that, monitor that. How many times a day do you look at the death toll? How many times do you know how many people have died in such and such a country? And how many times a day do you look at these images, which are heartbreaking across the world? Monitor what it is you're watching. Yes, we have to sanitize our hands and sanitize our homes, but we've got to sanitize what it is we're watching. What's being fed into us, pumped into us 24/7. Because I don't know about you, I'm tired all the time. And if you're feeling ungrounded, and that means that you can't keep, you can't concentrate, then you know that something is wrong and you're out of whack. So it's time now that globally we all took a step back, turned off the news, the death toll news, and looked at the bigger picture. Remember, this is not going to last forever. We will get through this, but how do we get through this? How are we going to get through this if our minds are full of clutter? So focus on one thing at a time. Be clear about what it is you want in life. Don't let your heads completely take over, because if you do that, it's game over. Now, I'm going to have a look at this now. Things are dropping all around me, so I'd say that's probably a sign. I'll have a look at these cards here. I've got different cards I use for different things. Quiet time, I think this came up last week. Many times we want quiet time. Many times we say we don't have time for this and we don't have time for that. Well, right now you do. Right now you have that peace and quiet time. So do what it is that makes you feel good. Focus on good things. And remember, there is no other moment right than now. Be honest with yourself. Look inside yourselves right now. A lot of people who have never been into angel cards, tarot cards, oracle cards, mediums, any of that type of stuff, are suddenly looking inside for answers. They do say that a way for spiritual enlightenment is through trauma, and maybe that's what is happening. But globally there is a huge awakening. But guys, please, open your eyes and look at what else is going on in the world. When 99.9% of the news is to do with the death toll, what else is going on behind the scenes? Remember your dreams. It's okay to follow your dreams. This is not permanent. This is temporary. This time is only temporary. So it's more important now than ever to keep your dreams alive. Remember that it's your mind that controls the rest of it. Make music. It's impossible to get depressed when you're listening to good music. I myself have an Alexa in every room really in the house, and I'm always bopping away to something. When I find myself going into that dark place, and I'm sure you all have, it's good to turn it on, listen to something uplifting. Remember that it's okay to do nothing. It doesn't mean that you're being lazy. You got the feeling safe card. And I'm going to explain this card because a lot of us don't feel safe. I want you to, wherever you are right now, wherever you're watching me from, look at the room you're in now. Are you in a kitchen? Are you in a sitting room? Are you in bed? And maybe look around and see see that you are safe right now. If there's anyone in the house with you, are they safe? Feeling safe right now, focusing on right now is paramount. And if you begin to feel safe, then you will be safe. Keep yourselves protected, but keep yourselves grounded and focused. A lot of us are becoming extremely creative. I'm becoming extremely creative in the kitchen. Do what it is that makes you feel good. Start writing down, start journaling. Write down your feelings. Remember that they're going to be talking about this pandemic for years and years to come. Write down how it is you feel. Remember though, those of you who have children, the children are looking at you and looking at your reaction to this as well. So it's important that we teach our kids now how to meditate, how to keep our kids calm. Oh sugar, keep throwing things on the ground. And remember guys, you will get through this, and the things that you wished for before this pandemic, you will, you're going to overcome it. Isn't it funny though, when something like this happens, things that we wanted before, prior to this, they don't matter anymore. The fancy cars, none of that matters. But look, the less we have, the less we need, if you know what I mean. But remember that things that you did want in the past, perhaps it was a new job, perhaps it was a new love in your life. Dreams will come true. Focus on the positivity. Somebody said to me, a good friend actually said to me that I should, do some visualization, videos on focusing on positive energy, as it is the only way of getting through. So when you find yourselves going into a place where you're thinking of perhaps somebody said something bad to you or said something nasty about you, and you're thinking of that, you're feeding the ego self there. It's time now to step away from the ego self. It's time now to keep yourselves grounded and let bygones be bygones. There's no point looking forward. There's no point looking 2 weeks down the line, because right now, you got to keep yourself strong right now. And remember, for now, there is no other time that matters but right now, and you are in control of that. You are in control of that. Don't drop. Okay. And quickly, I will just throw one more of these cards. If it's your first time watching me and you do like it, please hit the subscribe button. And if you do like it, please hit the like button. The Teresa card. Look after yourselves, and this is important as well. If you're feeling tired, a lot of people are feeling tired and they don't know why. Honour yourselves, honour your mind. Know that you feel tired for a reason, and honour your bodies. If you want to spend the day on Netflix or watching Netflix on the couch, well, do it. Just don't stay there. As long as you're looking after yourselves, it's very important that we look after our emotional or our mental health at this time. So if you want to lie on the couch all day watching Netflix, I've done it myself, that's fine, but don't stay there. Remember that you have to sanitize your hands, but you've also to sanitize your energy. You have to watch everything that it is you're watching. And ask yourselves why. Why are all the bulletins about the death toll? Okay, we need to know, but why are we watching it all the time? A lot of people have it on 24/7. I don't know how you can even focus with that. When you find yourselves being forgetful, when you find yourselves not being able to sleep, when you find yourselves kind of snapping for no reason, and then when you turn on the news, that's all you see, it's going to bring down your energy, and of course that's going to bring down your immune systems. So be a beacon of light, guys. Show a bit of positivity. Remember to reach out for those, those around you who are a little bit quiet now. Those of you who might be feeling a bit low. And remember that although you can't be there physically with them, you can connect to them. Spread a bit of love and a bit of light and a bit of hope instead of fear. Fear is not what we're about, and all fear-based emotions lead to sickness of some sort. Leads to disease. The word disease is dis-ease. So it's time now to focus our minds, stay grounded, and each and every one of you, whether we're in touch or not, I hope and I will pray for each and every one of you that you will be safe. God bless.